after we ended the show, some news happened, and the Sixers got the backup big we've been talking about for months in Montrezl Harrell. 2-year deal worth $5.2 million. So let me ask you guys, what are your initial thoughts on the 76ers signing of Montrezl Harrell to be Embiid's backup 5?
Awesome from my standpoint. He's a guy that we know can do his job. Serviceable. He can fill in as a starter at times. Possibly play beside him, depending on who you're playing. And I think playing with Doc previously, and that would help that dynamic. But he's a guy that we definitely needed, definitely used his toughness and his ability to be ready to play. And at the same time, he's the guy that we can give the ball to down low that can get some points and buckets.
Yeah, Teja, what were your thoughts? And I think it's fitting on an episode we're talking about guys you want in your corner. In case anything ever goes down, we sign Montrezl Harrell. I think that's funny.
Would you change your PJ Tucker pick, Snow?
Yeah, he would be on the list. Yeah,
okay.
He'd be on the list. He'd be on there.
You go down to Tucker and Harrell in the Tucker, Harrell, and Furk in a triangle match, cage match. I like it. We've been saying for a long time, we've been big agreement on this show that we didn't think they would go into the season with Reed and Bassey as backup bigs. It just didn't seem right. It didn't seem like they were going to do that. And I guess the reason why we didn't go for Keith is because we wanted to wait this out. We wanted to wait the legal process out for Harrell. And Keith didn't want to wait for that. So it blew over, and we got the guy we probably wanted for a long time to be the next backup big who's going to take probably
I didn't even realize he was out there. Like, I don't know why. Maybe I thought he was.
Well, everyone crossed him off
contract.
because the weed charge. So when that kind of blew over, it was like, okay, what's the best backup big available now? And apparently Harden talked him into it, and Doc. I mean, he already has familiarity with Doc, and I know him and Embiid have gotten into it a couple times. But so hopefully, he's probably Joe cool with this. Like, yeah, I mean, he's fine with it. Come on, just sign. But yeah, it's I think it's great, man. We've had really good success with veteran bigs who have been overlooked and overvalued by other teams. Dwight, Drummond, I think he fits totally with that. I think he'll have a really good year with us. I think he'll spot start really well, and I think he'll fill in for the non-Embiid minutes really well. I think it's a great signing. I love it.
Yeah.
What does it tell you that he signed for 2 years? Because I was surprised by that. I thought that would just be like a 1-year deal.
It's one and a player option.
Okay.
So it's probably. I mean, he's probably doing what everyone else did with us. Howard and Drummond taking the year, looking good with us, maximizing to get a bigger contract somewhere else, maybe.
Yeah. Salary probably dictates the 1 year. There's no need for you to get locked up multi-year. Yeah, because you may play out of that salary.
And maybe he knows next year if he's not going to get the money that he wants, he'll come back. I mean, if it's a good situation, it's a good situation.
It's his option, so it helps.
So we'll just see. But I mean, I think it's a good move. I really do. I love it. I know a lot of Philly fans are really hyped on. We're hyped on Reed and Bassey, and it doesn't mean you have to stop developing them. It just means that we want more of a sure thing, man. Like I said, I think last week, the week before, Embiid's going to miss a lot of games, and he has in the past, and there's no reason, again, to run him ragged during the season. If you have a guy who's a competent backup that you're not in development mode, then put him in there and let him play, and don't run Embiid ragged with 38 minutes a game, 35 minutes a game. Lower him.
Could this mean there's an odd man out between Bassey or Reed? Could one of them be possibly cut? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know we have a lot of guys on the roster now. So
it's possible. It's definitely possible.
A lot. They have some kind of plan though, right? Because they were always, if they were telling Keith to wait till they could figure this out, they were always planning on signing one more guy, whether it was Keith or Harrell. So that was going to happen. So I assume they have a plan for what else to do to get under that number now.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see.
It's all day to trade or cutting some of those non-guaranteed salaries or partial guaranteed salaries.